Well, Rockford City Council votes to appoint Alderwoman Janessa Neal as acting mayor after a more than 3-hour-long meeting. Neal will become acting mayor when Mayor Tom McNamara steps down at the end of the month. Gabrielle Torina received 4 votes. Janessa Neal received a majority 6 vote. Alderpeople Thunberg, Frost, and Beach chose not to vote because they said they either had a personal conflict or believed it was illegal for council to elect an acting mayor. Council members received a legal opinion from a Chicago law firm that because the current mayor resigned with more than 28 months left in his term and Rockford has less than 500,000 people, it leaves a gap in legal guidance.
We are being told that we do not have the legal authority to appoint an interim or an acting mayor, but that if we did, we probably could defend the decision in court